75 years ago, on a rainy Tuesday night, a babe was born in Ellenborough, and the darkness turned to light. The parents, Maud and Bill, could not believe their eyes. Blessed they were with this cherub with rugby players' thighs. But something wasn't normal. This baby had no curls. His hair was very different to the other boys and girls. Could it be a mirage? Or was the light just playing a trick? Or had this tiny newborn baby boy been born with a full-grown flick? This early revelation was due to set the tone of a life led not quite normal for the man with the Nokia phone. Growing up, while times were tough, not much to go around, legend has it he wore his clogs to do his paper round. Money was tight, his clothes were threadbare, kids would tease him, call him Natty. But when he got quite handy with his fists, they changed his name to Watty. Now, because of the flick that adorned his head, he wasn't known for being cool. And that would be the state of play long after grammar school. Yes, dear listeners, you heard me right. This young man went to grammar. And telling people this 30,000 times became his life's work and his stammer. You went to grammar, didn't you? Just to check. School years passed by and we'll miss a bit to bring us up to speed. He decided to join the police force to give him the excitement that he would need. Oh no, I'm sorry about this bit. One night on the beat, he saw a shop and he gave the door a glance. The door swung open, he panicked, and the young man shit his pants. Sorry, Mum. The very next day, he quit the force. This career was not for he. He decided something safer. Oh, he needed something safer, something much less scary. Alfie said, you can't rhyme scary with he, it sounds rubbish. And he was right. Anyway, all the while, he'd played a bit of sport. Rugby league was his game of choice because he came from Maryport. He fancied himself as a centre and he scored a couple of tries. This pursuit was much safer than pretending to catch bad guys. So that's what he did. He became a pro. He committed himself to his craft. He said, I'll play for England. And his mates said, don't be daft. Now, I've missed a bit in the story. It's probably the most important part. And that's the bit where he met his wife. And he gifted her his heart. This should have been straightforward, but she'd met a bloke called Jeff. She also didn't really like our hero. And she said, I'm off to join the RAF. Was the RAF?
Navy.
Oh, that would have rhymed with wavy, crazy, all kinds of things. And was there a bloke called Jeff?
No.
No. Doesn't matter. It doesn't matter.
She's telling us anyway. No, there was other names.
Imagine it was Clinton, not Jeff.
He begged her and he pleaded and then he begged and begged some more. Eventually, feeling sorry for him, she agreed to let them court. Much against her better judgment, and certainly not that quick, she fell in love with the rugby playing boy, the one with the trademark flick. Now, speaking of rugby, the career went quite well until it abruptly came to a halt. Something happened out of the blue that gave his life a jolt. A baby arrived, a little girl, the apple of his eye. And not for the first time in his adult life, he had a little cry. Not because he loved her, or because he was being coy, but because, if the honest truth be told, he really wanted a boy. That special gift came true. That special gift came 2 years later when his handsome son was born. There were parties in the street that night till the early hours of the morning. Please note, with this poem, if there's issues at any time, grab yourself a pen and paper and write your own bloody rhyme. So now the family was complete, a perfect little clan. They even added a big old dog, a dog that they'd named Bran.
Aw.
The years rolled by, the jobs they changed, he tried his hand at them all. No job to him was too scary, he always took the call. From accountant to copper to rugby pro, from sales rep to sports shop to gym, a one-dimensional, one-trick pony simply wasn't him. Just before retirement, he turned to HR. His career was almost spent. He blagged his way to the very end, didn't even know what HR meant.
I can tell you about that.
It's fair to say that this little lad who started life with nought grabbed every opportunity that came his way, of that there is no doubt. But perhaps his greatest achievement, and I hope that he'd agree, and no, you don't have to worry, I'm not about to say me. The achievements that I talk about are way bigger than me. I'm talking, of course, of his whole family.
Yeah.
His grandkids in Manchester and the ones in Oz too. His beautiful children, thing 1 and thing 2. A special mention, of course, to the rest, the company of extras who came to join the nest.
Thank you.
But most of all, the trophy of his life is the 50 years of marriage that he's shared with his beautiful wife. So he hasn't done bad, this kid from up the street, with the trademarked flicked hair and the sidestepping feet. So today we're together, be happy, not sad, and wish the bloke in the corner happy birthday, dear Dad.
Oh.